This is your announcer, Neil Patrick Harris. Welcome to the 20th anniversary season of Coaster Radio. Here are your hosts, my close personal friends, Mike Collins and E.B.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the original theme park podcast. You are listening to Coaster Radio. My name is Mike. I am here with my friend E.B. We are ready to talk theme parks and thrill rides.
Yeah, and it's going to be a fun Halloween episode of Coaster Radio tonight, Mike. This is going to be great because I went to Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios a few weeks ago, and now we're going to talk about my second day at Universal, and that is the RIP Haunt experience. And not only are we going to talk about my visit to the park as a trip report, I actually brought back video from inside the haunts that we're going to play for.
I can't wait. I've been to Halloween Horror Nights many times, but always in Orlando. I've never been to the one in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious to actually see for myself through your videos what it's like. You know, does it compare? Does it compare to what we are seeing out at Universal Horror Unleashed out in Las Vegas? There's so much to talk about with this. But we're going to do something new this week. You know, as everybody knows, for season 20, we have been putting every single episode of Coaster Radio on YouTube. And EB, we haven't been doing it with just like putting the Coaster Radio logo up and then just uploading the audio.
Right.
We have been trying to make it a little bit more using our, broadcasting backgrounds and our television production backgrounds. So not only do you see me and EB recording the show, but you actually see a lot of video throughout all of these episodes, a lot of roll-ins and things like that. Like when we were talking about Tormenta, you actually saw video of the ride. But tonight, I think this is probably going to be one of the best episodes for that type of thing, especially for video, because EB, you shot so much great video. Like the stuff, I mean, not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but for the Jason Universe haunted house, there's such great video. And I can't wait to share it with everybody, man. It's so good.
This is great. I actually got video inside of I think 4 different haunts, and then also a big chunk of the Waterworld stunt show. That is the Purge stunt show. Some video there to share with everybody too. So that's all in the second half of the show, Mike. Let's start the top of the show though. Do our regular thing. Let's start with news, our first drop.
Yes. This is some news that we forgot to put in to the rundown last week. And thank goodness one of our listeners chastised us online.
How dare you?
He went on to one of those YouTube videos. He's like, hey guys, you forgot some of the biggest news of last week. And, that's because we were off for a couple of weeks and this one kind of slipped under our radar. But it shouldn't because we always talk about like what is going to be the best new attraction of every single year. And this already for 2026, I think this might take the cake because this is an attraction at Dollywood that's coming for 2026. And they are billing it, EB, as 4 adventures in one ride.
That's right. And because we forgot about it last week, I think everybody assumed Dolly must be dead. And there was like all those the weird Dolly is dead videos that were on TikTok. And she had to put out a video. Did you see the video she put out today? Where she said,
I did. I saw it.
I'm alive.
I ain't dead yet. What's wrong with all you people?
Just keep praying for me, though.
Yeah. Well, also her sister put out something on Facebook saying prayers for Dolly. She's not doing well. And then Dolly shows up the next day looking as good as ever. So.
She's like, I'm doing great. I'm building the NightFlight Expedition.
Yeah, But that makes me think, EB, you and I I've always talked about getting Dolly Parton on this show, and I'm wondering if we need to speed up that process a little bit. We probably do.
That's the pitch. Dolly, be on our podcast before it's too late.
The pitch. That's what we put down. We get it already. We make it.
It comes off as a threat, or else.
Yeah, no.
You're dead, Dolly. You're dead. Oh my god!
I don't want that. Yeah.
No. Let's talk about NightFlight Expedition. This is amazing. Yes. Dolly was not there for the announcement, which I think people were disappointed in. Maybe that was also sparking some of the rumors. But anyway, so this is a mock rides rocking boat ride system. This was a prototype for a long time. They finally built one where is it? Overseas in France?
It is at Futurescope.
Futurescope in France, the Mission Bermudez. Is the ride. And so you can go watch that now. It's essentially a shoot-the-chutes vehicle that can also be on a roller coaster track.
And they can make a lot of different things happen with this type of vehicle, including going through river rapids, including roller coaster sections. But for this ride, they're actually going to have a motion simulator style part of the
Yes.
ride where you're
Yes.
soaring over the Smokies. Then you will have a whitewater rapids section. You will also have a roller coaster section, it looks like, where you go to the top of the mountain and then soar down. But then kind of like the Disney ride at Avatar Land, where you're just kind of floating through a mystical river. So 4 type of ride experiences all in one attraction that they're building at Dollywood right now inside a massive show building.
A huge show building that's larger than I thought it was going to be. I forget how many square feet, like 100,000 square feet. A $50 million ride is what they're saying. The price tag is on this thing. It looks fantastic. It looks fantastic. And I guess the story is that we're doing more of the this expedition. Whoever the guy is for Big Bear Mountain, this is his cousin or something, and she's taking you on a search for phosphorescent creatures in the Smokies or something like that. Yep. Yeah. Is that the right word? I don't know. It's a science word.
Yeah. But I like it's all part of this Wildwood Grove. In fact, they have a map of Wildwood Grove on kind of the promotional website for NightFlight Expedition. And, it's building a story all around all these attractions. And I like this idea. I've always dreamed of a ride where you had multiple experiences in one attraction, but I always imagined you'd have to get off of one ride vehicle and then move to another.
Else. Yeah.
I always thought, like, how cool would it be if you had a roller coaster experience that then went into a log flume that then went into something else? But it seems like they're able to do this now with this one ride vehicle, and I think it's cool. And it's Mock innovates, man, more sometimes than even Intamin or B&M or any of the other ones. They're always coming up with different ideas. Pretty cool.
Now, we have seen this before, sort of. I'm thinking in particular of Journey to Atlantis at SeaWorld San Diego. This is a Mock Rides roller coaster. You're in a single car train, right? You are on roller coaster track, but you definitely have a splashdown, and then you float. I feel like you do float at the end of that. Like truly float, not like on the track. You do.
At least you feel like you do. There must be some point where it gets you like on and off tracks at different points. But
sure.
Yeah.
I'm looking at looking at it right now.
That's a fun ride when the effects all work. It's really great. But but
I
the
thought
actual
it was a fun ride
system,
I don't even remember the effects.
Yeah.
So they must
but
not
the
have
ride system itself, very cool. And like a precursor to what this is going to be at Dollywood for sure.
I think
really
that's
cool.
exactly what this is. And Journey to Atlantis is super fun with the way it transitions and the way that it can work it into the story. So if this is something that they built back in, was it 2004? Mock Rides has probably have something really, really cool here. With this.
Let me ask you this about overall parks in America. Let's just keep it to America for the second. Do you go Disney, Universal up there, like in 1 and 2, switching places depending on who you talk to? But then is Dollywood 3? I know Silver Dollar City's up there too, but is Dollywood outside of Disney and Universal, because of all of these attractions and the innovations that they're doing, is it the best theme park in America that's not Disney or Universal?
Probably, unless you talk to a coaster enthusiast who insisted on something else.
Right.
Like a
in
Cedar
terms
Point
of like
or Magic
overall,
Mountain or not.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Because going to Cedar Point, you're going for one specific thing. That's an amusement park.
Mm-hmm.
But Dollywood is a completely different thing. So like if you're talking about just a theme park, I think Cedar Point gets pushed down the list a little bit.
Sure, it's just a roller coaster park.
Yeah. But I think you definitely have Dollywood right there at number 3.
I think
I like Silver Dollar City too. That's up there as well. But I think that justifies the prices that they're able to charge because of attractions like this, man. Like you can't get this anywhere else in the world. I think it's pretty cool.
No, and when you look at Dollywood, like you're saying, as a complete package of what that park offers now, especially with Wildwood Grove and how much they've put back in that area the past several years, I don't think you're going to get any argument from anybody that it belongs in that third spot.
Yeah, I'm curious who's going to be doing the theming for this ride and the special effects inside, because that is what I think is truly going to set this thing aside. I mean, yes, it's going to be cool going through the rapids and stuff, but it's all indoors. It's going to be about lighting. It's going to be about sets, special effects and stuff. Who's doing that, and what is that going to look like? Because go ahead and look at the video that they put out there, kind of showing what the ride is going to be. It sets a high bar. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do.
But we've certainly seen them do it. I think that's the key thing, right? This is not a park announcing something overly ambitious or beyond their capabilities. This is something that Dollywood absolutely can execute to what they're saying it's going to be.
Yeah. Good stuff, man.
Doesn't make me nervous at all.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Time to head back to Dollywood in 2026 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because there's some other rides there. I haven't been on Big Bear Mountain. Lightning Rod, we never got to go on anyway. So yeah, I need to get back down there for all these things. Good stuff.
Dolly, send us the invite. We'll be there.
Yes, please do.
Before it's too late. Then she'll haunt us.
That's right. I'm
finally on your show. And you can't
I'm here, boys.
Ghost Dolly. That's not how she would sound.
Ghost. Trick or treat, y'all.
Talk some other news with Quick Hits.
Quick Hits.
Hey, y'all, want some candy? Here you go. I'm Ghost Dolly.
My ghost wig.
I got my ghost wig right here. Oh, Dolly.
All right.
It's a great time on the show. Yes.
Speaking of other parks and what they charge.
Yes. It seems like we do that. Well, we do this story every single year. It's the annual tradition here. Disney, just on Wednesday of this week, raised admission prices for the theme parks.
What?
Walt Disney World and Disneyland. Let's see, on some of the most popular days of the year to visit both of those parks, a single day ticket will cost $199. So it is, and on some days here, it's looking at, like, for instance, if you want to go Thanksgiving week or New Year's, you're looking at the price going as high as $224. So it's past, for some of those days, the $200 mark. There you go.
There you go. No, this is what we have been saying all along, right? I mean, I remember talking about, will it ever go above $100? And now look at this. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've got in my scrapbook from when my parents took me in, like, the 80s, and, like, to go to Epcot, it was $13. So it's so funny to, like, look at that ticket and be like, oh my gosh. But so yeah, I mean, you guys can go out there and read all of the info about all the different things, what they're talking about. And in some cases, though, those are the most expensive tickets. But in some cases at, like, Disneyland, the increase is 3% or less. In fact, the lowest price ticket remains unchanged at $104. So,
yes.
It's not like they're raising it by 20% or anything like that, but it is higher. What's interesting, though, and the media is taking notice of this, the prices are going up, but the discounts, especially here in the fall, are higher than previously in the last 5 years, maybe even 10 years or so. Okay. I mean, they're trying to give you deep discounts on staying on property, food, all different types of things. So there are a lot of discounts to be had. I think what this comes down to, EB, is that it is expensive if you plan to show up in Orlando and go to Magic Kingdom for one day. That's where you are going to get raked over the coals. But if you were planning a trip that's like 5, 6, 7 days, that's where you start getting some discounts, and those
and you stay on property, and you do multi-day tickets, and it makes it be, hey, you're going to Walt Disney World Resort. Come to the resort. You're not coming to the park for a day. Come and stay at the resort. That's what we want from people, right?
Oh yeah. When I went out to Disneyland, I was looking at the ticket prices, and, like, we were going to go for 2 days, but, like, if I had a third or fourth day to go, it would have been basically the same price, a little bit more, like a couple, like that would have been dollars more to go for those extra 2 days, but just that wasn't part of the plan. So that, I think, is where they are really pricing out the people who might want to just show up and go for a day. Like, those people are really going to be the ones who pay the steepest price.
And the people who want to scrimp and save to go to Disney and they can't do a resort vacation, they can only go for one day, once a decade. It'd be nice to keep those tickets accessible and understandable and able for people to not only buy them, but then go into the parks and experience the parks fully, or at least close to it. But even there's things that are becoming exclusive experiences now too, where they're all behind paywalls and things like that. So it's just more of that same Disney complaining that we always have.
Yeah, it's hard because a lot of the fun things that you want to do are pretty expensive, especially for adults. Like if you're going in there and you want to do the Pirates of the Caribbean bar, that's an expensive visit. That's not like, hey, you're going to spend $20. You're probably going to spend, if you're with a group of people, over $200 doing that.
Right.
And there are all these things that add up as you are doing a Disney vacation that are pretty expensive. So it's not just the tickets, it's not just the hotel. It's all those other things that really make a trip special. So I don't know. Always interesting to keep an eye on that. And what is the breaking point? What is the point where people say no? And I don't think we're anywhere near that point.
Nowhere near it.
People are just gonna go, and people will. We've seen this max out their credit cards to go. Put off important things in their lives to spend money and max.
Absolutely. I think there is still that idea of you got to go to Disney.
Yeah.
Once in your life. I think that's still a thing for people.
They're living off it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We love to talk here at Coaster Radio about new theme park ideas. And
I saw this one too.
Yeah. People love to come up with ideas for new parks, and how many of those actually get built? I guess the most recent one where somebody had the idea and we are actually seeing it built is Codaland. Like they said they're going to do it. They did it. The rides are being built. It's going to open. So that's good. But here's another one. And tell me what you think about this. This is going to be out in Las Vegas. And
I will tell you what I think about this. Yes.
It is just an idea at this point, right? It's not, it says the proposed park is in an early development stage with no construction commenced or opening date announced. Here's the idea. Retro Escapes, the world's first nostalgia theme park, and they are planning to build it in Las Vegas.
Yeah, this is Daniel Leo Jr. and Daniel Leo Sr., who I guess he claims to be the CEO of Las Vegas. I don't know who this guy is or what he does or what his job is, but this just seems like a rich guy hired some artists and they stroked his ego and let him design an amusement park. This isn't going to happen. This is not a thing. Right?
The artwork looks like it's far away from the strip, like out in the middle of the desert. And for those of you who are wondering what this is, it's going to be a land or a park with different lands based on decades from the 1950s through the 1990s.
Yeah.
And check it out. Attractions Magazine has all of the artwork. It looks a little bit like Universal's Epic Universe here. It's like a portal that you walk through first to get into the areas. But what are some of the things they're talking about? Like the 1950s, they've got like, it looks like a car ride here going through the water. Is that what I'm seeing, EB? Like, is it a boat ride with like,
you see a boat ride
rods
in another rendering of some sort. You've got a rock and roll restaurant. It looks like with a big guitar on top. Then you get into the 1960s and they've got like a whole hippie thing and they've got like a yellow submarine coffee shop. A lot of cityscape kind of looking things. Art Deco stuff. The 1970s is very disco.
Yeah.
It looks like.
Yeah.
And then you get into the 80s. They just show like a Pac-Man bar.
Right.
And then the 90s is the stupidest one of all. That looks, again,
grunge,
completely impossible. And it looks like, oh, here's a photo of a giant streetscape. Like, this is not an amusement park.
Yeah.
This is like, I typed it into AI. Like, I don't know what happened to the 90s decade. Like, they ran out of time. And then there's a future zone. So
future zone. Yeah.
That
like
has a ridiculous looking single rail racing roller coaster of some sort. And I don't know. This is like hologram Blade Runner town.
Yeah. This looks very AI to me. Like it was all AI generated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't think
here's my problem. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at all of the artwork. Do you notice everything, including the bars, including the attractions? Everything is outdoors, and it's hot. It's hot in Las Vegas, man. I don't know. I don't know the last time you were there, dude. It was hot, and they're like having people out at the bars outside, and I mean, check out the Las Vegas Strip. Everything makes you go inside.
It is all outside, and it's a lot of concrete. I mean, they've got tables with umbrellas on top, but there's a lot of concrete. Yeah, and it's a lot of outside, and it's a lot of like fake city streets and facades. I don't think this is anything. This doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Who are these?
This
people?
is designed by PG. Well, it's designed by PGAV Destinations, who we've heard of before. They've done a ton of different things.
No, they're great guys.
Yeah, they did like I guess some of the theming for Guardians of the Galaxy, Manta at SeaWorld, Cheetah Hunt at Busch Gardens. Like they've done some good stuff, even working with SeaWorld Abu Dhabi. So yeah, I mean, who knows? It just it's an interesting idea, and I think one that people would probably want to visit. It's just, man, it's out there in the desert in Las Vegas. I guess there's cheap land out there, but man, oh man, it's hot land out there too. That's the thing.
Yeah, and I don't know who this guy is. I'm just Googling, and it just says that he's an influencer.
I've got an influential idea to do a hot park.
His dad was very wealthy, I guess, but I don't know who this guy is. This doesn't make any sense. The CEO of Las Vegas is what he calls himself. Influencer, author, college dropout. The CEO of Las Vegas. That's his LinkedIn.
Oh, jeez.
That's his LinkedIn, Mike.
If he's the CEO of Las Vegas, he's got to fix some things there because that town is tanking in terms of people going to visit, man. And and that's another place where the hotels and casinos just keep raising the prices on everybody, pricing out like, the average visitor. So yeah, they got to rethink that because they're got a lot of empty hotel rooms in Las Vegas right now. So
yeah, I can't imagine this is an actual thing that's actually going to happen. This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it looks fantastic, but this isn't happening. Yeah, this is like a child's idea for an amusement park. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just
no, it's not happening.
How many times since we started the show do we hear theme park ideas that just have great artwork? I guess that's the easy part, but then actually finding the money.
The practicality of it is just not there. Like you said, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Last quick hit tonight. The Universal Fan Fest nights that they did this past year were a huge success. I loved seeing the Back to the Future one where people were walking around the recreated Hill Valley there in Courthouse Square. If they do that again in 2026, I think I've got to drop the money to go out there and do that, because just for the opportunity to walk around a recreated Hill Valley and walk around the Courthouse Square, like and see reenactments of all those great scenes would be such a great time.
And having the characters be able to interact with you and walk up and seeing them improv scenes from the movie. I mean, it was so much fun watching that stuff come across the socials and things like that. Now, I did not see a lot of the other Fan Fest experiences. And I think that's probably a good thing because maybe they were not as well received as the Back to the Future one was. But we're talking about this because Universal is starting to leak out the Fan Fest Nights 2026. And we got our first one hinted at, and it looks like it's going to be a Scooby-Doo and Universal Classic Monsters mashup.
Yes. That's a great idea. That's fantastic. Why not, right? What a great idea, and something that's never been seen before, and to interact with those characters from both IPs is a great idea. And again, another one that I'm sure is going to be sold out and people going nuts over that. So, and that's the only one right now that they've announced for 2026. So whether we see some of the ones they did this past year come back, I think they did Star Trek, right? They did Back to the Future, of course. What were some of the other ones that they did? I think they did like a video game too. As well.
Oh, there was an anime.
Anime. Yeah. So some other ones, but curious to see what else they come back with. But oh man, if Universal Hollywood comes back with one more Back to the Future fan nights, I think I don't think I can worry about the price. I think I just have to go do it. It's too good. It's too good to not do after seeing it. So And EB just to walk around
Oh,
courthouse.
Dungeons
I don't
and
even.
Dragons. That was the other one.
Oh, that was the other one. Yes, that was the other one. Yeah. So anyway, I dig this though, and they're already seeing that it's successful, and people were out there having such a great time, man. I love it.
Yeah,
really
let's
good.
do it again. Do it. Good.
Speaking of a good time, you just got back from a good time. You were out on a great trip to Southern California, where you spent a couple days at Universal, right? This wasn't done all in one day, right?
No, this was a whirlwind tour. So we flew in Friday night. Saturday, we went to Universal Studios and just did the regular park during the day. Park closes around like 5 or 6, and then reopens for Halloween Horror Nights. So that day we left at 5. And then the next day we were there in the morning. We went in the evening because we checked in for Halloween Horror Nights and we did the RIP tour. So that was at after around 6 o'clock when the park opened back up again. And we did our evening Sunday and then flew home Monday morning early.
There we go. Well, like we were saying at the top of the show, EB took a ton of video. And because we are not only doing the audio podcast here at Coaster Radio, but we're also doing a video podcast as well. This is going to be one of those episodes where, hey, if you're listening in your car right now, great. You're going to hear EB describe what went on in a lot of these houses and what was going on out at Universal Hollywood for Halloween Horror Nights. But if you also then want to go and check out our YouTube channel, you can see what EB is describing as well. So this is pretty good. I like this. And thank you, EB, for recording all this stuff. It's going to be a fun thing we get to do here in our next break.
Yeah, so we are taking the break right now here. So I think we're right about the 30-minute mark. So if you are wanting to pause the podcast and come back to it on YouTube and find it to watch the video along with us, now's a good time to do it. But Mike, let's go ahead and take a break and we'll come back and I'll talk Halloween Horror Nights.
This is Coaster Radio. Welcome back to the 20th anniversary season of Coaster Radio. Here are your hosts, Mike Collins and EB.
Welcome back, everybody, to the original theme park podcast. You are listening to Coaster Radio. My name is Mike. I'm here with EB. EB just recently got back from Hollywood, California, where he did a lot of different things. But EB, I'm jealous, man, because you've gone to a lot of parks that I haven't been to, including Universal Studios Hollywood. For as many times as I've been to Southern California, for whatever reason, I've not made it to that park yet. But this was your second time visiting, right?
Well, technically my third because I had gone just the day before. So
you go. Yes, okay, yes.
Several years ago, but yeah. So I was really excited to be able to do the Halloween Horror Nights. Had never been to either of the Halloween Horror Nights, and based on my last experience going to Universal and doing the VIP tour, I said there's no other way to do it. So we did the RIP tours, and I did have my 2 teens with me. So we had our RIP lanyards. We parked in. We got the valet parking pass to go along with that. For some reason, the valet parking was not where the valet parking was for the other VIP. That was in the Frankenstein lot, which is right there. You can see it from the gates from that big Universal globe fountain. Yeah. You can see that parking lot. The valet parking was all the way down City Walk.
Oh,
so
weird.
You still had reserved and you still had a valet, but I don't know. That was a perk that I was looking forward to that just didn't materialize because they moved the parking. And I don't know if it was just for RIP or if that's the way they do that now. But the VIP experience was great. There was literally a red carpet when you walk in and you go in your own little special ticket line. You get your lanyard and you get taken upstairs to the lounge where you can go outside and relax on the balcony and look down on the peasants as they come into the park. You also have big comfy leather couches. You have bottled water. No snacks put out. When I was here last time, it was in the morning and they actually had breakfast for us up in that lounge space. Yeah. And I was hoping that we would have some snacks, but no, just bottled water up in the lounge area. Then we joined up with our group and we set out for our RIP tour right around 6 o'clock.
Yeah. And actually, if you're watching, like we said, the audio people who are listening, in your cars or whatever, you're just going to hear the explanation of what's going on, a description of what's going on. But if you're watching on YouTube, you can actually see video that EB shot. And EB, some of the video we're rolling in right now, this is just ambiance of people walking around Halloween Horror
So
Nights.
look at that escalator. Do you see that escalator up there? How many
Yes,
people are
yes.
in that escalator?
It was
so
crazy,
this is the lower lot. So this was later in the evening down on the lower lot. The crowds were pretty thick. I would say it was about this crowded the whole time in all areas of the park. So I was really thrilled that we had done the RIP tour to be able to cut the lines. It actually was a little challenging to keep up with the group at times because the crowd was so thick. We did conga line through the haunts again because it was so crowded. There wasn't a lot of space between people, and so you did kind of see a scare ahead of you, and then it wouldn't happen next to you, but the scare would happen behind you. But you would get scares that other people didn't get. So I think they did a good job balancing it out that way.
That's good.
Anyway, the first thing we did, because it was 6 o'clock, we got our dinner first. You get a dinner at the Moulin Rouge. It's a buffet style, but it's only for RIP folks, and it's delicious. Everything's laid out. Everything that you would want to have on a fancy buffet, and then drinks, and the Terrifier was there. Do you know the Terrifier, Mike?
No, what is that? What is that?
The Terrifier, he's the clown, the black and white clown.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
And he's got the ugly teeth.
Yes.
But he doesn't talk. And so he was at the dinner, and he was scary and gross. And he came around and he had like a fake head with like the top chopped off with candy in it.
Oh. Did you
like,
try some candy?
Here. I'm eating here. It was like blow pops. I took a blow pop as well.
Oh, sure.
Great.
Why not? Yeah.
But anyway, so then after dinner, which was awesome, we decided that we would go down to the lower level. We would go down to the lower level on the tram to do a couple of the haunts down there and then do the tram tour, because the Terror Tram itself is kind of a haunt. So these first couple of ones I didn't take any video on. The first one was Poltergeist.
Okay. Yes.
Which was awesome. I thought it was so much fun. They had a house facade, and you could hear the Poltergeist music. You could hear the little girl. You could hear what's the lady's name? The actual weird lady.
Oh yes,
Carol Ann.
Yes,
Carol
that woman.
Ann.
Yes, absolutely.
You could hear her voice, Carol Ann. Anyway. Do you remember Poltergeist very well? Like spooky stuff is happening in the house, and it's like 1979 or whatever it is.
Yep, I sure do.
And so I thought the way that they did this worked really well, because you only have so many scenes in the movie or locations in the movie, because you're in the house, right? So you go into the kitchen and the chairs are stacked up funny, and then you go around the corner and you're in the kitchen again. Oh. And it's the next scene that happens in the kitchen.
That's cool.
Right, where there's like the bloody stuff on the countertop or whatever. And the guy there's chopping stuff. And I thought that was so smart, the way that they did that. And so then you would go into Carol Ann's bedroom, and her bedroom would be looking mostly normal, but the clown was there. And then you would go through another scene and come back into her bedroom, and the clown was a scare actor. And the tree was bashing through the window, and then you would go around the corner in the bedroom again. And I just loved that so much. I knew the scariest thing in this house was going to be the scariest thing in that movie, which is the guy tearing his own face off.
Oh yeah.
And he was there.
Oh yeah.
And it was really well done. The way that this one worked so well, the scare was, you see the guy clawing at his own face, in the mirror in the bathroom. And then you're like, oh my gosh, that's so scary. And he does scare you. And then as you're leaving him behind, another actor that looks like him with the same face tearing makeup jumps out.
Oh, so good.
There's stuff like that.
They do such a good job at Universal on both coasts of just setting you up and the
setting
scenes,
up, and then setting the scare and then getting the next scare. Yes. And they do a really good job of integrating, what's a mannequin and what's a real person.
Yes, they do.
There's so much of that goes on. And there's so much of, that's a mannequin. That's a person who scares you. That's a mannequin. That's a person who's not going to move and is going to act like a mannequin, just to make it harder to tell which one's a mannequin.
Yeah. And when we get into the Jason stuff, they do, you'll see it. I mean, I was watching the videos. They do so much of that where, it's and some blending where they have a mannequin with, I don't want to get ahead, but like with somebody.
That's great.
Yes,
Let's
we'll
talk
get into
about
that.
okay.
Yeah,
we'll
it's
get
so
we'll
good,
get to that. I'll get past these ones. Then the Terrifier. If you don't know the Terrifier, I had not seen the Terrifier, so I watched the Terrifier in advance of coming to Universal for this reason. It's gross. It's basically this. There's no plot. It's just this murder clown who murders people in horrible, gross ways.
Ugh.
That's the movie.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
Okay.
and that was The Haunt. So that's it. You literally see scenes from the movie where he's chopping people up and gouging out eyeballs and like boiling
Gore.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just nasty, nasty, nasty gore. It was weird though because some of the mannequins were too small.
Oh.
It was like that. It was like you're murdering a child.
Oh.
But I guess in the last movie he does murder a bunch of children, so I suppose that was why.
There you go.
Anyway, the Terror Tram was themed Blumhouse. Do you watch the Blumhouse?
Oh, yes.
Blumhouse?
Yeah. I think I've seen all their movies. Yeah.
Oh, have you? Okay. See, I hadn't seen very many of them at all. I've seen like the Purge movies. I watched Megan again for the Haunts because we were going to the Haunt.
Yep.
And what's the other one that I've seen? Oh, the Happy Day.
Happy Birthday or the
Happy
birthday.
Death Day.
Yeah. Happy Death Day. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because I love movies like that. But the other ones I didn't know. Like there's the Black Phone guy who's got like a pointy nose mask.
Yes. Yeah.
And then there's like the demon house people. I don't know what that is. And then there was one where there were guys and they were like ice skating. They had put out like ice rinks of some sort where people were. So the way the Terror Tram works is you take the tram out to more haunts, basically.
Yeah.
And you get out and you walk around and you get back on the tram. And because the Terror Tram haunt was themed Blumhouse, it was like a mishmash of all of them.
Yeah.
And so you'd be walking along and then there'd be like a Purge guy with a chainsaw and an Uncle Sam. And then Megan would be there, the robot girl.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, what are you doing here? I'm going to chop you with my machete. And then you would walk along and it would be like the demon baby lady who was yelling at you. And so it was and they kept popping up all over the place, which was very confusing to me. And I wanted to stop and be like, can you hold on a second? I want to look up your movie so I can
just so you know what you're supposed to be seeing.
You're obviously doing something here and it's a reference to something. I don't get the reference. So let me look it up real quick.
Yeah.
So that was weird. I liked how they have the set there from Mission Impossible with the plane crash.
Oh,
it's
yes,
still there,
right.
Still looks really good. They used that for the Purge section.
Oh, that's
which was
cool.
Awesome. Well, really,
they have that
cool
lit up pretty well too, right? At night.
Yeah,
so it's pretty.
I thought so. I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did that one. The other one I didn't get any video of is the Horrors of Wyatt 6, which I guess is a WWE wrestler.
Yeah,
character.
is that WWE? So I'm so out of WWE.
This
so
one,
I
was so confused about because it was like, wait, this is a WWE wrestler and he lives in like the Louisiana Bayou in a shack, but his family has like pig heads and they eat people. What?
Yeah. Weird.
Is this a wrestling thing?
Yeah.
That one was scary, but I didn't understand what that one was. All right, now let's get on to some video. Do we want to start with Jason Universe because that one was so good?
Yeah. Do you want
that was my favorite haunt of the night?
Yeah, so let me just for everybody again, if you want, you head to YouTube because you can actually see the video of it. Let's go ahead right now, and you could see right away how many people are just in line. Man,
this is in the lower lot, back past the Mummy exit line, in that big empty space, and the entire space is full of people here in the video. There's easily over 1,000 people in that crowd.
Wow! And did you go right to the front?
Past them.
You went right to the front, right?
Right to the front.
Yeah.
It didn't even slow down walking. But that's our tour group there in front. But they had this really nice shack. It says, "Welcome to Crystal Lake." The best gag, I think, one of the best gags, this guy here on the right, is he an animatronic or is he real?
Look at that guy.
He looks.
Look at that.
Yeah, so he's got like a rubber mask and he's moving kind of like an animatronic. He's just kind of a creepy old guy holding a lantern. And he's just kind of pointing at people and he's talking, but his mouth isn't really moving.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's so good. All right, so now we're in Camp Crystal Lake. We go in and we see some of the newspaper clippings about all of the camp counselors getting murdered. Oh, and there's a young Jason with no hair.
Oh, yes, the one that got drowned. Yes. Oh,
yeah, in the first movie, because this is Jason Universe, so you're actually like going through all of the Jasons. And you see some of the camp counselors that are getting murdered. This one was absolutely the scariest. This scene was great. They actually have a punch buggy, a Volkswagen Beetle with a girl inside, and Jason comes out and starts attacking her in the car.
Oh my god!
As you walk by,
And look how close you are to it. That's amazing.
You just get pushed past, so you don't even get to see it. Oh, here's somebody who's got they're on fire because Jason like shoved flares in their mouths. And then we've got a good silhouette gag where Jason is murdering somebody in a tent. As we continue walking here through the woods, one of the creepy things about all of these haunts was less the scare actors jumping out at you, but the attendees and staff that would just stand quietly in the corner and like wave you through. All right, this is a good gag where somebody's getting electrocuted and smoke's pouring out of the back of their head, back of their neck. This is the scene that you were talking about where we actually have Jason holding a guy, chops his head off, and you're like, oh my gosh, what a great animatronic, what a great gag. And then after he chops the head off, the body jumps out to get you.
Because the hands are moving. Look at the hands.
Right.
That's so good. That's so
We
great.
actually went through this haunt a second time. I guess he didn't do it there, but the second time the body actually stood up.
Oh my gosh.
to grab you.
So perfect.
Going through some more Jasons here, killing more kids. Now, I think my favorite gag of the whole night is actually coming up here in a little bit, where you're in like a horse stall and Jason comes out, he pulls back a bow and a camp counselor comes out the other side of the room and he fires the arrow into her face.
Oh my gosh.
And it worked so well for me when I went through the first time. This is a dark section here where we're in like a cemetery space, I think. And we've got Jason jumping out with an axe. We get Jason jumping out with a machete. Lots of Jasons jumping out at us here.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. That's great. That's
some
great.
of them are good.
And it's all so well timed. That's what's great. The actors really.
Oh, here's the
worked on
gag. Here it
timing.
is. Watch this.
Oh,
When
it
he
is. Yes.
does the bow. So he's in the horse stall. He's got the bow. You're totally focused on Jason. And then he fires the arrow just as the counselor runs out.
Look at
And she
that.
takes the arrow right to the eye.
It was great. She was a great actress because she sold that
worked.
so well. Yeah.
It worked so well for me. Yeah. They do a good job of getting your attention to point in one direction. Now, here's the biggest disappointment of the night. It's called Jason Universe, and it's supposed to be a tour through all the Jason movies. Mike, we're now outside. The haunt's done. I did not see any Jason in space.
Where was Jason in space? I was waiting for it. Yeah.
Come on.
man.
You couldn't end it with Jason in space. Like, give me one
on.
gag.
Boo.
Like, you could have just had you go through like a star field and have like Jason floating off in the distance.
I
or
know,
something.
right? Come on. Yeah, I was waiting for that the whole time, but they did give you so much else that was so good. So that was great.
That was my favorite haunt, I think, of the night. But I don't know if that's true or not, because now we're going to go through like two more fantastic haunts. I'm glad that these three I recorded were my favorites. That's for sure. Next up, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah,
this is the one I think that we were looking forward to the most, because this is the IP I think we were the most familiar with, especially the kids.
Yeah.
And if you don't know Five Nights at Freddy's, it's basically evil Chuck E. Cheese, right? Where the animatronic sick band comes to life. And it's a video game. It's had a couple of movies, but they do such a good job of giving you the vibe of being in an old '90s pizza place.
Yeah.
Right. So we're in the back. We're in the security office. We see like the training video. The security office is really, really well done. And then you start getting the scares of the animatronics coming to life. And the animatronics are actually full body puppets.
Oh, look at that. Look how good that
is.
is.
They worked with the Jim Henson Company to create these full body puppets. A couple of times that you'll see in the video, you'll actually be able to see the person operating the puppet from behind. But because of that, they look so good and so realistic.
Yeah.
And there is one gag in here, I think, where the security guard comes out and then he gets murdered. I think that might be my favorite gag.
Oh, yeah. Look at that robot there. That's cool.
Yeah, here he is. He's like, he got me. And it's the security guard and he's injured.
Look how, and they're doing a lot of great stuff with darkness here, and just the things you need to see lighting up. Oh,
yeah,
look
here
at
you
that
go. And you see
That's great.
Yeah, and you can see the guy behind operating it a little bit there. And again, these are like full-sized furry monsters.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. He just got murdered. That guy.
Yeah.
Couldn't really see it that well. And we got some good little gags where things are coming out of the walls here as you're walking through the back of the pizza place. There's Foxy with the hook hand. The live actors that are getting killed by these things are really good. Now we're going through the arcade area of the pizza place, and we're ending up with another Freddy Fazbear here at the end. A Chica. These are all really, really great big puppets that are scaring you in this.
And you know what Universal does so well is that there aren't dead spaces. Like a lot of times in these haunts, you walk through and like sometimes you go 30 seconds without seeing something. But here it's
right. No, you're not. There's no long passageways. There's no long hallways that you have to get through to get to the next gag. They're all there. Yeah, that's another good one there with the puppeteer behind. You can see.
And there's a lot of strobe. You know, they're like strobing and stuff. That was a good one, man. That was good. That was a good. Right.
And that was it coming out. And so this one was actually built inside of an empty soundstage. In the lower lot, all the way back behind the Transformers ride is where this one was located. And so here again, we're seeing the big crowds waiting to get in, and that's the facade of the haunt. Is the actual exterior of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Again, walking past all of these people to get on to get into this haunt. And this is another one that we went through for a second time and got some good photos.
Yeah, there's nobody, man, who does it better than Universal. Yeah, look at that facade to walk it past and in. That's really cool. That's great.
Yeah, looks just like the movie. All right, so now here we are. You can kind of get some context about where we are in the park. Up ahead there, that's the Transformers show building is up there on the left, and then up at that intersection, if you make a right, that's Super Mario World.
Yeah.
So
and all those people, man, in line. That's crazy. So
crazy. And this was the least popular haunt, I was told by a staff member that we talked to. But I thought it was one of the best ones, Scarecrow. With music by Slash.
Oh, there you go. Slash from Guns N' Roses, man. Here we are.
Yeah, yes. And the music isn't that great. And the lyrics, I think if you look up the lyrics, it's like, watch out, there's a crow. Don't you know there's a crow in the field gonna get the deal.
Yeah, Slash. He wasn't much after leaving Guns N' Roses. Yeah. Axl Rose.
And I mean, if you're doing the theme for a for a haunt at Universal Studios.
Yes, there you go.
But the music was good. Here we have the exterior of this one. Where it looks like an old farmhouse with some old corn stalks. This line was different than every other line as far as the RIP tour. This was like when you get the cut the line pass at the park and then the lines merge too early.
Yes, yeah.
So we actually had a little bit of a wait, and I was like, excuse me, I paid many hundreds of dollars to not do this.
Yes, I see you, because you're like there's like one whole queue row to go before you can get up there,
Yep, but now is the time I think that we could be quiet for a bit and let you listen to the wonderful music of Slash.
Oh, there we go, okay.
But yeah, that's
Guns N' Roses,
that's
man, yes.
But yeah, this is again all the way on the very edge of where the park meets the actual studio. So there's another soundstage back there that you can see.
And there's a whole studio post over there. Yeah, like so this is really where a lot of action for movies really does happen.
Yeah, and I was a little bit disappointed with how much the haunts took over, because the day before when we were doing the tram ride and stuff, we didn't actually get to see some of the things that you would get to see on a regular, true tram tour of Universal Studios. But that's the trade-off, I guess, of going when you're going during Halloween Horror Nights. And again, the queue line was all the way back through that area, back to that big screen that they got projected on a building back there.
Yeah, and I gotta say, these facades that they build are my favorite part of Halloween Horror Nights. They're so good, even just on their own. Like, look how spooky that is walking up to and by.
Yeah, and the Terrifier was like a circus tent. The Poltergeist house literally was the size and shape and look of the single-family home from the Poltergeist, which was so great. So yeah, now we're going in here. This one is all about, it's a Scarecrow-themed haunt. And I found this one to have good scares, good gags, and good corn-based horror.
Oh, okay, yes,
See how we've got like people with like corn cobs shoved into their heads and things like that. So that's coming up here with all of our crow sounds and our rock and roll from Slash.
Corn horror, yeah, they're
corn horror.
Yeah.
So yeah,
horror corn. Yeah.
Horror corn.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. There's the Scarecrow coming out.
The Scarecrow jumping out. Yeah, no, here we go. Good. And this one was quite dark. This one had a lot of smells in it. People were commenting about the different smells that were in the different haunts. I don't know if I don't have a sensitive enough nose, but I wasn't picking up on a lot of the smells. I guess the Terrifier was supposed to have some smells. Poltergeist was supposed to have some smells. And they didn't bother me that much. But other people were saying that sometimes the smells go way overboard and they make people sick. So maybe they've toned them down in recent years. But here we're still going through the cabin here. This one is just mostly dark, isn't it, this video? You really can't see much very well. Oh, there's the corn horror where people are stabbed.
By the scarecrows. They're using corn to kill people. But you see, it's always hard to like show these things sometimes. But like the dark ones are like the scariest. Sometimes
yes, and this one was great. There's a thunderstorm happening the entire time that you're inside, a fake thunderstorm, I should say. And so you've got the lightning flashing, and you can hear the thunder clapping. This one had great ambiance for being, a fake building that you're walking through.
Yeah, and I'm seeing like the boarded up windows and like the lightning strikes and flashes behind it is really cool. And it serves to light up the room at different points with that lightning. That's a cool idea.
Was that it? Are we still in this video?
It's still in it. Yeah, I think it's still right. It's a super dark part of it at the moment. Yes, but it's cool.
But this one was scary. So there you can see a little bit more. And there were a lot of people in this one, and I think maybe because it was so dark, and this one had a lot of those gags where the people were just standing there, waiting for you to walk by, and then some of them would grab you and some of them would not grab you.
Yes.
Had some good misdirects where you would see the cutaway in the wall where somebody should jump out at you, but then they wouldn't.
Yes.
And then somebody would jump out on the other side.
And that's like the brilliant design of these, where they can have in one section 4 scare actors, but they come at you at different points because they know it's going to be a conga line going through.
Right.
So
right, and so you kind of have to spread it out, but at the same time giving everybody the same same experience for the most part. Yeah,
so
here's a scarecrow jumping up from behind an outhouse.
Yeah,
the real hook.
That was great.
Yeah, the lighting design in this one, again, I guess it is pretty dark. But there was a headless scarecrow, I think, just popped out.
Yeah. Oh, and they get their money's worth of strobe machines, man. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Halloween Horror Nights, there's like nothing like it. And you have to experience it in person. Like, I've seen so many videos online of the different haunts and stuff, but nothing beats walking through it with the fog and the sound and everything that goes along with it.
And I'll say I'm easily scared. I don't like going to the haunts. It's one of those things that I do anyway because I like this stuff. The same way I don't like drop rides, but I'll always ride the drop ride. After going through the Poltergeist house and being legitimately scared, the first walkthrough, after that, and then going through Terrifier and being like, okay, this is ridiculous because Terrifier is ridiculous, it stopped being super scary and truly just became fun.
Yeah.
If you're scared of haunts and stuff like that, don't be afraid of going to Halloween Horror Nights, I would say.
Because you get used to it. It'll be fine. You do get used to it. Yeah. Oh, look at this. This is great. Oh, look at the light up eyes.
This is a giant crow. So, you go out into this big part where there's a big cornfield, and that crow is like 8 feet tall.
Wow.
And he's standing among other scarecrows, but then he comes to life, and it's like you would never expect the 8-foot tall crow. It's like a scarecrow with a crow's face is the one that comes down to get you. Yeah, that's the finale of that one, the crows. And then I think I'm trying to get a shot of the crowd here going up these stairs. Okay.
I love that you keep the video going after just to get us some of the ambiance, though. That's really good, because it gives you a good sense of like what's going on out there too.
All right. Do we want to show some of the Nintendo footage? Because we did get some exclusive time in Nintendo Land.
Yes. I've also got the stunt show, too. So whatever you want to go with next, I've got
Let's
both.
do Nintendo first, and then we'll talk about the stunt show, because that was kind of the end of our night. All right. So this is Super Mario Land at night.
Wow.
And there was a princess meet and greet. You see the princess there, and there was a Mario and Luigi meet and greet. I thought this land looked good in the daytime. It looked so great at night.
Yes, I've never seen it at night. Up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the contours of all of the practical effects. You see those spinning coins that are up there, but now that they're lit up, they really do glow and shine in a way that they don't otherwise. And the colors just pop a lot more, I think, at night because they're really specifically lighting stuff up with intentionality.
Yeah. Now, is this only for the RIP tour that people are in here? Because it doesn't seem like it's that crowded. Like, is it anybody could come in at this point?
I believe this was just the RIP tour. I think there was exclusive hours for an upcharge, but I think those exclusive hours were like 5 to 7, and I think at this point in the night, I think it's almost 11 o'clock. Yeah. So I think at this point, it was just the RIP tour, so you could go and you could still get food and ride time on Mario Kart. So getting to ride Mario Kart again, and then hanging out and being able to see the Mario and Luigi come out and Princess Peach. Both came out for meet and greets. And that was one of the fun things. And I don't recall if I talked about this when I talked about Universal, but we actually got to see the guy operating Mario. Did I talk about this last time?
No, you didn't. And we have video of that coming up in just a minute. So I've cut all your videos together here.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So that will be coming up. Yeah.
Oh, good. So yeah, that was I think the highlight was seeing when Mario and Luigi came out and spotting the guy who's operating Mario and Luigi doing the meet and greet. The Mario and Luigi meet and greet happens in the very middle of the land. It's not a huge space. It's a couple of acres at most. And there's a Mario meet and greet space in the center. And they really don't say much. They kind of have pre-programmed phrases where it's just like, "Hey, come over here. We'll take a picture. That's great.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I like you. Bye." But they're doing all of their poses. But you'll see here in a second the guy that's actually operating and pushing the buttons, and he's just got a touchpad, and he's not even trying to hide. Like at Disney, whenever you see them operate the robots or whatever, it's like a sloppy guy with a fanny pack, or you know what I mean, and they're like hiding the controller in their pocket so you can't see it. This guy just like literally rolled out a utility cart with a laptop on it.
Yeah, I thought he
stood about 30 feet away.
Yeah, I thought he was just on a trash can. Like he just sat there, like, holding. Yeah. You have to tell me, like, but yeah, we have that video coming up here in a second, and right now you saw the Toadstool Cafe. Here's the One Up Factory. Is that a store?
Oh, I'm taking you on a tour. I'm taking you on a tour of the gift shop. Yeah, this is great. The One Up Factory tour. For whatever reason, the day before we didn't go in this store, so I was like, oh, I should go in this store. The stores are so well themed. I think at Universal they do such a good job of carrying the theme into the store. Yeah. Later we spent probably 45 minutes up in the Simpsons store, just hanging out and looking at all of the fun merch that they have. They've got a shop at the front with kind of merch from all of the different IP, and it changes as you walk through the store. And the Harry Potter area of that store is really great. I don't know why anybody buys this stuff at the park unless it's a park exclusive, because then you just have to carry it around. There's so much stuff.
That's the thing. You're stuck with it, throughout your whole day, for sure.
Yeah, if it's something that you can wear, I think it makes sense. But when I see people going in there and they're like buying things that it's like, you just buy that off Amazon, but now you have to carry it around all day.
Yeah. Look at the lighting here, though. I've never seen this land at night, and it's just, it's stunning. It's stunning what they've done here. Like how, look at the question mark, things up there lit up, and the mushrooms and stuff moving around. It's just, there's so much kinetic energy in this land. Like, I got to be honest, DB, I didn't think much of this land before seeing this video. Like, because all the shots I saw were in the day, and I was like, it's fine. But, man, this is beautiful. Yeah.
Same thing, and that's why I was shooting so much of this, because I wanted to make sure everybody got to see it, because I also have not seen the nighttime Super Mario Land, and the way that they light it, the colors pop so much, and you just see everything, I think, better at night. Yeah.
And
so here's
Mario and Luigi
video now. Yeah, and they're so great, and I think you can hear them a little bit too. Like, oh, that's great, take a picture. Yeah, which I still think might be racist, but I'm not sure.
But I like what you do. In a second here, you're going to move the camera to actually see the guy controlling the voices.
Yeah, so I'm actually just shooting the meet and greet here, and he's, Mario and Luigi are doing hugs and high fives and things. They're great suits. They look really, really good, I think.
Yeah,
and the actors in them are really good at performing, tipping the hat and waving and doing the Mario poses. But these characters also, they can blink their eyes. And so the timing of the blinking works really well. They got their little routines that they can do. There's no communication. I did ask the guy. Again, I didn't think that he would talk to me. He'd be like, "Get out of here. You're blowing my cover." He was like, It's cool. What's up? And he was telling me, he was like, because I asked him, I said, "Can you hear what's going on over there? Do they have microphones on the costume so you can hear? Or is there some way of, like, they're prompting you?" And he was like, "Nah, I can pretty much tell what's happening."
Oh my gosh, yeah. I was wondering if there was any type of back and forth, probably like there are at some other parks when they do this stuff. But yeah, because you'll see here in a second, he's pretty far away.
But like, not too far away.
Not too far away. But look, he's on a trash can. He's put the thing on a trash can.
Yeah, he's about 50 feet away, standing behind a trash can. He's got his tough book opened up. It's a 2-screen touch book kind of a thing with green at the top and red at the bottom. Green is Luigi and red is Mario.
That's so funny.
And that's what he said. So yeah, he just kind of picks out Oh, come on, let's take a picture. You
Yeah.
look great. Stand here. Okay, bye.
And probably most people don't even think
Next.
to ask him what he's doing. You're probably the only one, only because you're like me, interested in that type of stuff. So, yeah.
So at the end of the night, we got to go up to the Waterworld stunt show. Now, the Waterworld stunt show, I was told, and I've been told, is the number one highest rated attraction in the park in
interesting.
guest surveys,
Yeah.
which is why that Waterworld is still at Universal. And
I've always wondered that.
To be at Universal.
Yeah.
It's the number one highest fan satisfaction. It's such a great show. I love a good stunt show. I love going to the Wild West stunt shows or any of the stunt shows at any of the parks. Doesn't matter if it's a tiny park and they do the dumb gag where, they drop the dynamite down the well and a squirt of water comes out. I love it.
Yeah.
The Waterworld stunt show is in this big arena. It's so good. It's, I think, better than the Indiana Jones stunt show, better than the Batman stunt show from back in the day at Six Flags.
Yeah.
This is the best stunt show. I was so excited and curious to see what they did using the exact same set, using the exact same props and set devices for a different show, because it wasn't a Waterworld stunt show during Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah. What IP did they use?
The Purge.
Oh,
So an original story of The Purge, and here we're playing the video now, and you'll see here why it was shocking to me, because The Purge, of course, is a very violent movie where people get murdered all the time. It's about how there's no laws for 12 hours and, murder is legal and everybody murders people. But rich people fortify themselves. And so this is supposed to be like his floating island that the corrupt evil billionaire built to save himself from the people who are going to murder him. But here you can see some of the same gags that we have. It's an atoll from Waterworld.
Yeah.
So everything's built out of junk, and there's catwalks and railings and things like that for folks who aren't watching the video. But we got a guy who's hanging over a vat. And then the other lady was just beating on a dude with a baseball bat. And I'm waiting here for a particular moment that we can see. So he's going to get murdered here, this guy. And there's a lot of shooting, a lot of guns. But again, it's at night. That's his head, or his arm was left up there. Shot his arm off.
Oh my God.
So the guy's hanging onto this thing over this vat, and the guy shoots a shotgun.
Oh,
that was the girl with the baseball bat
just
slit the guy's throat, and blood just sprayed 12 feet in the air.
That was so violent, man. Jeez.
That was
Look at everybody.
so shocking.
Everybody's shooting video of it. Jeez.
It was so shocking because the Waterworld stunt show, any of those stunt shows, they're always bloodless, right? It's like, oh, you got me. And then I fall off into the, cushion or into the water, or, fake punches. I'll get you, Batman. Punch, punch.
Yes, right. Exactly.
They're literally murdering people in front of you. I'd never seen anything like this.
Yes, that was
outside of
I was not expecting that at all.
Like a stage production of Evil Dead the musical, right? Where they actually do blood gags and things like that. So here we are, we're shooting guns at each other, we're getting shot. And again, I think this was the other part about it that I loved so much. The Waterworld stunt show does have guns, does have the machine gun going off. It does have a couple of good explosions. It's got a fire gag where the guy catches on fire. But for Purge, they did everything they could. There were 5 times as many explosions, 5 times as many guns and gun effects and things like that. They did a fire effect that was way better and way bigger and way longer than Waterworld. And then on top of all of that, because it's at night, the lighting effects were amazing. And there was a laser show that was integrated into it. And anyway, I just thought that the Purge stunt show was a great way to cap off the night. We did that. We went and saw the very last show of the night of that performed. But go find that online. If you love the Waterworld stunt show, see what they do for Halloween Horror Nights. It's very different.
Wow.
It's very different.
That's pretty great. That's great. And thank you so much for shooting all of that video during your night there, because that was really fun to be able to see that and compare and contrast to what goes on in Orlando and other, parks and haunts and events all around the country. So Really cool stuff, man. That's great.
Yeah, on par. I mean, with the best of the best out there. So I was not disappointed. That's for sure. I feel like I could have stayed longer at the park. I could have done more at the park. We did skip a couple of things, but it's a late night, man. It is a late night. Park stays open till 2 a.m. and we did not make it to 2 a.m. That's for sure.
Wow. Yeah, I know.
But,
I know it's rough, right? Especially if you've got things going on throughout the day and then to stay up that late. I did that one year for one of the RIP tours where we had been at the park all day and then like had no downtime and went right into it, like trying to stay up till 2, and you're in a fog at the, of course you're like having drinks and stuff, but by the time you get to like 1:30, you're like, oh, I don't even know where I am anymore. It's hard, man. It's hard when all that fog coming. Speaking of being in a fog, you've got all that fog hitting you and stuff, and it's wild, but it's
already disoriented enough.
Yes. Oh yeah. But it's why people love this so much, and love Halloween Horror Nights, especially. I don't think anybody does it better than Universal for real. So I'm so glad you got to see it, man. That's great.
Well, in those crowds, I mean, people were probably not getting through maybe 3-4 haunts at the most if they stayed the entire time, with the size of the crowds and the lines and things like that. So I would rather go to Universal or Halloween Horror Nights once every 5 years and pay 5 times as much than go every year.
Yes,
for sure.
Me too.
Absolutely.
Me too. Yeah, because I've gone 3 times in my life, and every time I've gone, I've seen 2-hour plus waits for each house. And like for me, somebody who lives in DC, like I don't live in Orlando. I don't get to go all the time. So for me, I'm the same way. Like I'd rather go, every 5 years and just pay whatever it is to, see everything. And I like picking to go years where the IPs are things that I like.
Yes.
Like the year I went to the Ghostbusters one, that to me was worth it. To go through the Ghostbusters house and to see, Vince Clortho in there and stuff. That was so fun. So
yeah, I think that's really important, or at least do what I did and try to brush up on the IP in advance, because it does help. It absolutely does help.
Yeah, you need to know. You need to know what you're looking at. But I also love it when they do original IPs too, like the Scarecrow.
And that totally works. Absolutely, that totally works too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's so cool. Excellent stuff, man. It was fun.
There you go.
This is good stuff. And I would like to see our audience do this exact type of thing.
I want some haunts from the audience. Absolutely.
Yeah. So as you were going through what we've got like 3 weeks till Halloween, you guys are probably this weekend heading out, just shoot whatever you think is the best house, from the beginning to end and send it to us. And we'll do the same thing. We'll talk through it just like we did with EB's footage. So email that stuff to us at feedback@coasterradio.com, and we'd love to use it on the show.
Yeah, I think both ideas here are perfect for haunt episodes of Coaster Radio coming up in the next couple of weeks. The trip report, record yourself giving a review of the haunt, record yourself talking at the haunt and telling us about it. But I think, Mike, just let your camera roll and walk through the haunt and send us that without your narration, and just let us watch it with you and experience it going through it. I think that would be super fun. So if you've always wanted to send in a trip report, but you're shy and you don't want your voice to be on the show, that's a great thing that you can do, is just record the actual haunt itself. If you've got a shirt with a pocket in it, just hit record and put the phone in your pocket. You don't even have to hold it with your hands.
Yeah,
walk
sure.
through the haunt and we can hear it and we can see it. That would be so much fun for an upcoming episode. So if you're going to the haunt, please send us something. Feedback@coasterradio.com.
Are people buying those Meta glasses? Because that would be cool if you like wore the glasses that had the camera.
Sure.
And you just kind of walk through. I've actually been thinking about renting those the next time I go to a haunt, because there's like on lensrentals.com, it's like $35 for 7 days.
Oh, is that right?
Imagine that, to like rent them, and then you're just walking through and you're getting what you see.
Oh, that would be much better than the way I did it. But then again, you have to look everywhere that you want to video.
Yes.
So
it's hard.
But still,
it'd be hard.
But it would get your hands free at least, and it was awkward trying to hold the camera.
Yeah, right. So it might be interesting to try one time. So we'll see. We'll see if maybe somebody's got some of those out there. But we're always looking to push the envelope.
Send us your video.
Yeah.
Yeah, send us your trip reports, feedback@coasterradio.com. And let's say thanks, Mike, to everybody out there who supports the show, helps makes trips like this possible so that we can bring them back and share them with you. Everybody over at patreon.com/coasterradio who pledges their monthly support. It's a subscription-based way of supporting the show. Mm-hmm. So if you think the show is worth $5, $10 a month, go to patreon.com/coasterradio. Check out the perks, the bonus content. You can access our Discord. where, I was telling people way in advance where I was going to be and met up with folks at the park as a result. So find out about the insidery stuff. Patreon.com/Coaster Radio. Every pledge level gets access to that Discord.
Yes. So let's thanks to everybody, of course, but at the $20 level, we get to say your name on the show. Let's say thanks to Alex Payne, Brian Wackler, Chris Rankin, Cincinnati Nick the Sweatshirt Guy, our friends at Club Z, the two bearded Coaster Chris's, CM Venom, Colton Toms, Dino, Grace, John Brody, and John Brown.
Also, Josh Combs, Justin Padilla, Karen and Lee Howren, Kevin Wilson, Kyle Kiefer, our friends at Made to Thrill, Matt Walker, Nick from Paris, Paulo de los Reyes, Rich Barber, Rick Burnley, Shane Mankiewicz, Tom from Louisville, and Zachary Carpenter.
Yes, we also want to thank our friend Kyle Lindner from the Lindner Design Company. They specialize in branding, illustration, and small batch custom apparel. They are the geniuses behind the 20th anniversary Coaster Radio logo. You can find them on Instagram at Lindner_design.
That's right. You can buy some Coaster Radio merch with that logo on it. Go to coasterradio.com, scroll down, find the t-shirt shop. There's stuff on there. Mike, nobody's bought anything in the t-shirt shop in months. Feel bad. Show Kyle Lindner some love for his new logo. Get it on a t-shirt. Get it on a hat.
Maybe we'll make like a Halloween logo out there. We'll put that out for people to buy for Halloween. That'd be cool.
There you go.
We might do that. Yeah, we'll work on that maybe.
All right, everybody.
Happy Halloween. Get out there to the haunts. We'll see you back here next week.
You've been listening to Coaster Radio, the original theme park podcast. To learn more about the show and hear hundreds of episodes from the archives, visit our website at coasterradio.com. This is your announcer, Neil Patrick Harris. Thanks for listening. Peace out, suckers. Coaster Radio is a production of Lift Hill Media, LLC. Audio and video from this program may not be broadcast, edited, or reproduced without our express written permission. Copyright 2025, all rights reserved. This was all done in one breath.